What is normalization? In her book, The Secret of Childhood, when talking about normalization, Maria Montessori said, but in our specially prepared environments, we see them all at once, fix themselves upon some task, and then their excited fantasies and their restless movements disappear altogether. A calm, serene child attached to reality begins to work out his elevation through work. Normalization has been achieved. Normalization is a natural developmental process exhibited by a love of work or activity, concentration, self-discipline, and joy in accomplishment. Maria Montessori observed that children in Montessori programs exhibit normalization through repeated periods of uninterrupted work, during which time they work freely and at their own pace on their own chosen activities. A normalized child is a happy, well-adjusted child who exhibits positive social skills in the Montessori classroom and beyond. Teaching children to take care of themselves and their surroundings through the practical life lessons in the classroom lays a strong foundation for a child's overall development. When we dedicate time to these activities, including lessons on manners and respectful interactions, known as grace and courtesy in the Montessori world, the benefits become evident. The children's ability to focus improve, and a sense of calm and order, known as normalization, prevails in the classroom. Watching a child carefully roll up a mat, carry a tray, or tuck in a chair remains a rewarding experience. Grace and courtesy activities help children become oriented to the prepared environment and serve as tools for functioning in the classroom, for using the materials, and for interacting with others. These lessons are important for establishing respect for oneself, for others, and for the environment, an important aspect of the path to normalization. These are great lessons to begin with at the start of a new school year, as we hope to begin working towards normalization. Some favorite back-to-school grace and courtesy activities are how to greet someone, rolling a rug, pushing in a chair, and asking to observe or participate in another person's work or activity. Focused normalization occurs naturally when a child is engaged with their work. When a child enjoys what they're doing, they become deeply involved and develop self-discipline. This self-discipline is the first step towards normalization. Instead of labeling children as good or naughty, we should recognize that their behavior reflects their efforts to coordinate and organize many internal processes. This journey can sometimes appear orderly, and other times it's messy, but order eventually emerges. In fact, Maria Montessori says that normalization is no less than conversion from disorder, clumsiness, and chaos to steady, joyful work. Achieving joyful work, then, should be not only the goal for the classroom, but throughout life. The Montessori classroom is often referred to as the prepared environment. It is carefully curated to meet the needs of the children it houses, offering a variety of materials that appeal to their interests, developmental levels, and sensitive periods. If a child recognizes the need internally to strengthen the muscles in their fingers to prepare for writing, they might choose a spooning or a pouring work in practical life, which also teach them self-care. They may work with the knob cylinders, which again helps develop their pincer grasp and also builds spatial awareness. Coloring metal insets also develops their pencil grip, while math beads develop their pencil grip and boost their number sense. For specific academic skills, a child learning number recognition might engage with the sandpaper numerals or the teens board or tens board, among many others. The variety of options available to practice a single skill is intentional in the Montessori classroom, as it's designed to provide the right materials at the right time for the right child to support their development. These simple, uninterrupted activities help foster what Maria Montessori called normalization. The many lesson possibilities, combined with the teacher observing carefully the child's desires to perform a task as many times as they wish, allows the child to become normalized much more easily than if they were being told what to do and when they could do it all day long. Once a child has found an interesting task that concentrates their activities, they start to become normalized. It is this trust in the child, a process that Maria Montessori called following the child, that is the path to normalization. Through normalization, children start to realize their inner potential. By placing them in a carefully prepared environment and allowing them to engage in meaningful work, we help them become normalized. This process enables children to become calm, peaceful, and active, using all aspects of their innate intelligence. Their uninterrupted work allows them to develop independently. Once a child has been given the ability to normalize, these are the characteristics that become evident: love of order and work, concentration, attachment to reality, a love of silence and working alone, the power to choose, obedience and independence, initiative and self-discipline, and joy. Above all else, we need to trust in the child. By following their individual curiosities, children will guide themselves, deeply understanding what they're learning and progressing at their own pace. This is normalization. Thank you for watching as we explore the process of normalization in the Montessori classroom. Normalization is a really beautiful transformation where children find focus, joy in their work, and a deep sense of purpose. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Share an example of a moment when you observed a child or a group of children showing signs of normalization, whether it was through concentration, self-discipline, or a love of learning, or maybe a combination of all three. And don't forget to subscribe for more Montessori insights and to follow along with our other social media channels to make sure you don't miss out. We look forward to hearing about your experiences, and we'll see you again in the next video.